It is the last match of the day, and closing the games off for today is Dao Super Warriors and Kings Academy of the Under 18 Boys Division. And the jump ball goes to Kings Academy. And already right into the games, there's already been an attempt for a three-pointer. However, it did not make it in. The ball is currently in the hands of the Warriors, and they're moving the ball very quickly to their side of the court, attempting a three-pointer there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. A quick inbound there by number 20 to number 25. However, number 20 gets fouled and now has to inbound the ball for his team. Number 27 with a jump shot and the first basket for this game and a first basket for his team. And number 45 with a floater attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in, bounces off the rims into the hands of the players of the TS Warriors. Kings Academy quick to move the game with a three-point attempt there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it. Luckily for Kings Academy, number 7 does make a basket after rebounding the ball. Number 45 there being blocked by two players of Kings Academy. There was almost a turnover there for Kings Academy. However, there was a basket made there for the Warriors. Kings Academy trying to find an opening, however it ends up in a walk. The Warriors with a quick inbound, not letting any whistle blowing slow them down. And a three-point attempt there by number 1. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it into the hoop. And a shot there by number 20 of the TS Warriors. Great interception there by number 20 of the TS Warriors. However, the ball does land out of bounds, causing the ball to land in the hands of Kings Academy. The Warriors are quick to return to their defense positions, trying everything they can to stop the ball from reaching the net of the Kings Academy. Academy trying to find an open space, trying to squeeze through the defense of the Warriors. Unfortunately, they're coming up unsuccessful. Each turn they make, there is a lot of passing of the ball, and number 1 finds an opening. However, the shot clock goes off, landing the ball back in the hands of the Warriors. The Warriors trying to find an opening, however there is a walk there and the ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy. Hopefully Kings Academy takes this opportunity to make a basket for their team. And yet a smooth basket there by number 8 of Kings Academy. A timeout has been called by the coach of Kings Academy. The score is currently 6-4. Though the Warriors are leading, they are leading by not a lot. The game seems to be moving relatively quickly as we are already halfway into the first quarter. Warriors getting straight back into their offense positions, and a shot attempt there, unfortunately, it is not successful. Number 1 squeezing through the defense of the Warriors, unfortunately cannot make it through. Luckily for number 7, he does get fouled. A quick inbound there for Kings Academy, and number 2, I believe, capitalizing on that and making a 3-pointer for Kings Academy. The scores are currently tied. As you can see, it is a very tense game already. The ball went a bit too far there, landing the ball back in the hands of the Warriors. Number 27 has been fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy, making this his first shot attempt after being fouled. The first one, unfortunately, doesn't make it through. The second one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. But the game is quick to move as Kings Academy quickly inbound the ball. Number 7 there with the walk, leading the ball right into the hands of the Warriors. Number 20 with yet another basket for the Warriors. Number 8 squeezing through the defense of the TS Warriors and making yet another basket for Kings Academy. The Warriors trying to find an opening, and number 20 does find one, attempts to make a basket, and does get fouled. Number 20 has an opportunity to get some kind of a lead on Kings Academy, as he has been given 2 shots after being fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy. The first one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it through the net. The second one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Number 8 yet again finding a space and using it to squeeze through the defense of the Warriors. That basket there by number 23 unfortunately doesn't count, as there was a blow by the ref. There's a blow by the ref before he made the basket. The ball seems to be going in and out of the court. And these players are fighting for the win. The ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy. Number 8 yet again squeezing through the defense of the Warriors. However, this time it doesn't result in a basket for his team. Number 7 there with a great interception for Kings Academy. However, the ball still lands back into the hands of the Warriors. And the shot clock just went off, leading the ball into the hands of the Kings Academy. The ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy, and there is a quick inbound there. Number 24 trying to move the ball, however it slips out of his hands. And that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The score is currently 10-9 to the TS Warriors, though they are leading, but not by a lot, meaning that Kings Academy can catch up if they really try. Hopefully this brief intermission gives both teams to strategize, as it has been a tight game so far, with the TS Warriors only leading by 1. then a quick inbound there by the Warriors to start us off in the second quarter. A long pass there to number 17, and number 17 taking the opportunity to make a three-pointer. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Number 27, however, does rebound the ball and makes yet another basket for the TS Warriors. Number 23 taking the opportunity for a three-pointer, however, doesn't make it in. It bounces off the rim and into the hands of the TS Warriors. Number 17 trying to squeeze through the defense of Kings Academy, however, he does get stopped. Kings Academy currently with the ball, moving it very quickly across the court. Though when they get to their side of the court, the TS Warriors are already in their defense positions. Number 7 of Kings Academy seems to have been fouled by one of the players of TS Warriors and is going for his first shot attempt. The first one makes it in, ladies and gentlemen. The second one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it in. Luckily for Kings Academy, number 23 does rebound and he does get fouled as well. Kings Academy really pulling in the fouls here and trying to make every single one of them count. They really have brought up the score as the scores are currently tied. Unfortunately, the first basket shot attempt by number 23 unfortunately doesn't make it in. Number 17 there fakes. Unfortunately, he does end up out of bounds. However, the ball is still in the hands of the Warriors. And number 31 there with a three-pointer for the TS Warriors. Quickly moving the ball through the defense of the TS Warriors and making it count as he has made another basket for the Kings Academy. Number 17 with a shot attempt, however, unsuccessful. Number 25, however, does take the rebound and makes the basket, and luckily for him, he also gets fouled, meaning that he has another 2 attempts to make yet another basket for his team. The first one unfortunately doesn't make it in, and it was the only one, meaning that the game must continue. Number 31 trying to find a space through the defense of the Kings Academy. However, Kings Academy is holding their defense very tight, and that is yet another three-pointer by number 31 of the Warriors. Kings Academy trying to retaliate with a three-point attempt, however, that was not successful. been a very intense game, and one of the coaches has called yet another timeout. The two teams are back onto the court, and the Warriors are quick to move with a quick inbound. Number 29 there attempts a spin move, however the ball does end up out of bounds and directly into the hands of the Kings Academy. Number 24 there with a shot attempt, however he slips and falls. Luckily for him, there was a foul there, meaning that he has an opportunity to redeem himself. Unfortunately, the first one doesn't make it through. The second one goes up, and unfortunately, it also doesn't make it through. It rolls right off the rim into the hands of number 55 of the Warriors. 55 is quick to move the ball across the court. The Warriors are scrambling to find an opening through the defense of Kings Academy, passing the ball all over the place. Number 17 with a jump shot attempt there, however throws it a bit too far. The ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy. And number 2 is trying to move the ball as quickly as he possibly can. Number 1 there with a shot attempt. Unfortunately, the 3 points do not make it through the hoop. An amazing save there by number 39. Unfortunately, number 17 who received the ball cannot execute, leading the ball back in the hands of the Kings Academy, leading number 23 to make it another basket for Kings Academy. (19) with a 3-point attempt. Clearly you can see the Warriors are trying to get their score up as much as they possibly can to gain a greater lead. Number 1 of Kings Academy there took quite a hard fall. However, he seems to be okay. Luckily for him, it was in all for nothing as he has been fouled. The first attempt unfortunately doesn't make it in. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. Number 23 with a 3-point attempt, and it goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. A great block there by number 24 of Kings Academy. However, the ball lands right back into the hands of the Warriors. I believe the reason for that block was just to kill the momentum a little bit. However, they are here to win. Number 17 with yet another jump shot attempt. Unfortunately, it bounces off the board and into the hands of Kings Academy. And a great interception of the ball there by number 27 of the Warriors. Number 8 there of Kings Academy with a quick inbound. And number 2 moving the ball very quickly across the court. Number 34 of the Warriors seems to have been fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy. Unfortunately, the first one doesn't make it in though. A bit of motivation there by his teammates, hopefully giving him enough confidence to make the second one, but unfortunately, it doesn't make it through. That is the end of the second quarter. However, right before, number 39 was fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy. Clearly, number 39 can take his time as the buzzer for the second quarter already has went off. The first one for number 39's first shot after being fouled is successful and makes it right through the net. The second one unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. That was a brief intermission there by the Warriors as they are already back on the court warming up for their third quarter. And we are ready to start off the third quarter. A quick inbound there by Kings Academy, number 23, squeezing through the defense of the Warriors. A walk there by, I believe, number 7. However, the Warriors are quick to inbound the ball. Number 20 squeezing through the defense of Kings Academy. Unfortunately, cannot execute as there was no basket in that trip for Kings Academy. Sorry, for the Warriors. Number 8 squeezing through 34 and 55 of the Warriors and attempts a basket. Luckily for number 8, he does get fouled. The first one for number 8 goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. The second one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't go through the net. Luckily for Kings Academy, 7 did go for the rebound there and came down with a foul. The first one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it through the net. A bit of motivation there for number 7, hopefully giving him confidence to make the second one. The second one unfortunately rolls in the rim, but luckily for Kings Academy, number 23 immediately rebounds the ball and makes the basket for Kings Academy. A risky pass there to number 20 as he was on the edge, however is able to save it. Quick inbound there by number 8 and 0, I believe, are quickly moving the ball across the court. Number 2 with a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately it gets caught by number 34. Number 20 quickly moving the ball across the court to the side of the Warriors. .55 squeezing through to make a basket, however, doesn't make it. And for number 27, that is a basket. Luckily for number 27, after that basket, he did get fouled, meaning that he has a attempt to make a few more baskets for his team. The first one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it in. The second one goes up and goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. That is yet another basket for the Warriors. Though both teams are quick to react as the Warriors immediately go to their defense positions. However, there was a turnover there for the Warriors. The ball is bouncing in and out of these players' hands and going back and forth on the court. Number 27 finds himself alone at the pole and makes it count. The ball does go out of bounds there. However, the Warriors are quick to react. Number 34 with a 3-shot attempt, unfortunately doesn't make it through. Kings Academy passing the ball to one another, and a great interception there by number 55 of the Warriors, and he makes it count. Unfortunately, the basket does not make it in. Number 2 of Kings Academy trying to squeeze through. However, a great block there by number 55 of the Warriors. The ball goes out of bounds and directly into the hands of Kings Academy. A great interception of the ball there by number 55 of the Warriors, giving them an opportunity to take the ball to their side of the court. Number 27 capitalizing on this opportunity and giving his team yet another basket. Number 0 with a 3-point attempt, unfortunately bounces off the rim and doesn't make it into the hoop. However, luckily for number 0, he did get fouled by one of the players of the TS Warriors. The first shot attempt made there by number 0, unfortunately, doesn't make it through the hoop. The second one goes up and right through the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. Seems that he has been given 3 opportunities. Can he make this one count? And unfortunately he doesn't. The basket they made unfortunately does not count, as there was a walk there. The ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy. Number 8 trying to squeeze through. Unfortunately, he cannot execute. But there was a foul there on number 8, and there is a side ball inbound for the Kings Academy. I'm sorry, my mistake. It is a shooting foul, and he's going for the first one now. And the first one makes it in, ladies and gentlemen. That is yet another basket for Kings Academy. Kings Academy is really trying to bring up the score. The second one goes up and unfortunately gets rebounded by number 55. 55 quick to move it. The ball is back in the hands of the Warriors. And number 20 has been fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy. Bouncing the ball there, psyching himself out. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Number 20 really needs to make this count. He goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. Luckily for the Warriors, number 55 is there to rebound the ball and make the basket for the TS Warriors. And there is yet another basket there by number 23 of Kings Academy. Unfortunately for Kings Academy, number 23 has been fouled and is going for a shooting 2. The first one goes up and it goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that it was only a shooting 1 and the game is quick to commence. later as it is the end of the third quarter. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Warriors still have their lead, however Kings Academy have managed to catch up as they are only behind by 3 points. The score is currently 30-27 to the TS Warriors. Teams showing a bit of team spirit there, and I believe the Warriors are starting us off into the fourth quarter with an inbound, and they are quick to inbound. A long pass there to number 31, back to 20, trying to make a basket. However, the ball does land back into the hands of Kings Academy. Number 8 trying to push through the defense of number 27, however unsuccessful. Number 20 there with a fake and goes up with a basket. Of Kings Academy currently with the ball. Number 7 with the ball attempts a basket. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds and into the hands of the Warriors. First shot there goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. This is the first shot, I believe, by number 2 after being fouled by one of the players of the Warriors. Unfortunately, also the second one doesn't make it in. The ball is still in the hands of Kings Academy, however. Number 24 taking the opportunity for a 3-pointer. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the net. Number 25 with many attempts, and finally it goes in. That is a basket there by number 25 for the Warriors. That there was a bit of a timeout call there by the refs just to sort something out, I believe. After a bit of conferring there, the ball goes to Kings Academy, and Kings Academy is quick with the inbound. The time still has stopped as the coaches and the refs are discussing something. And we are back with a quick inbound there by the TS Warriors. A lot of passing there between 20 and 55. Clearly they're trying to find a gap. They pass to 27 and 27 makes a basket for the TS Warriors, ladies and gentlemen. And luckily for the TS Warriors, 27 has been fouled and is going to make a basket for his team. The first one goes up and luckily it goes right through the net. Number 23 of Kings Academy seems to have been injured. The medic are on scene. And the ref is calling a sub for him. However, the game is quick to commence. Number 24 looking for a person to pass to, and he does. However, the ball does end up out of bounds. Number 55 trying to squeeze through, unfortunately does get blocked. However, number 31 does, however, make a basket for his team. Academy quick with an inbound. Number 7 passes to number 24 who is on the 3-point line and attempts a 3-pointer. Unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. There was a long pass there by number 20, however it does end up out of bounds, leaving the ball back in the hands of Kings Academy. Kings Academy is really trying to bring up the score with every single 3-point attempt they make, as the TS Warriors are currently leading by 10. Number 24 has been fouled, and the first one goes up and directly through the net, ladies and gentlemen. The second one he makes goes up and unfortunately bounces off the rim and gets rebounded by number 55. 24 there with a foul, causing number 55 to have an inbound for his team, the TS Warriors. There was a call there by the ref, and which leads the ball into the hands of the Kings Academy. However, Kings Academy cannot make this trip to their side of the court count. The ball is back in the hands of the TS Warriors. Number 20 squeezing through the defense and attempts a basket. However, it doesn't make it through the net. There has been a timeout call there, and we are more than halfway into the fourth quarter. Of team spirit there by the TS Warriors, as well as Kings Academy, as they get ready to go back into the court after a timeout called by one of the coaches. And starting us off after that timeout, Kings Academy, number 20, quick to move with a basket attempt. However, the ball lands into the hands of Kings Academy. The ball yet again quick to move to the side of Kings Academy. Number 1 there with a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it. Number 55 of the TS Warriors has been fouled by one of the players of the Kings Academy. The first one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it. Bit of motivation there from his teammates, hopefully giving him just a little bit of confidence to make the second one. The second one goes up and unfortunately it rolls in the rim and bounces out. The ball back in the hands of Kings Academy, and Kings Academy is quick to move it across the court. Number 1 trying to squeeze through the defense of the TS Warriors. However, the ball does end up out of bounds. Luckily for Kings Academy, the ball is still in their hands. A great interception there by number 55 of the TS Warriors. Unfortunately for the TS Warriors, the ball is back in the hands of Kings Academy. Number 55 with a quick inbound to 20. 20 back to 55. 55 to 20. And then number 20 passes to 27. 27 tries to squeeze through the defense of Kings Academy and tries to pass to a teammate. However, the ball ends up out of bounds, leading the ball back in the hands of Kings Academy. A smart move there by number 23, pushing the ball into the leg of number 24, I believe, of Kings Academy. And that is another basket for Kings Academy. Though with only about 1 minute left on the clock, Kings Academy is really trying to bring up the score to maybe get a tie on this game. Number 55 has been fouled and is going for yet another shot attempt. The first one unfortunately doesn't make it in. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in and lands in the hands of the Kings Academy. It's squeezing through the defense, however, underestimates it and falls down. Number 27 has been fouled again, and his first attempt after being fouled makes it right through the hoop. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. The ball is quick to move, however, as Kings Academy is really fighting to bring their score up by at least 8 points. Number 2 of Kings Academy has been fouled and is making a shot. The first one makes it in, ladies and gentlemen. This brings Kings Academy just a step closer to at least closing the gap between the two scores. The second one unfortunately doesn't make it and gets rebounded by number 25 of the Warriors. Number 25, the shot attempt there, unfortunately, he does foul one of the players of Kings Academy, leading the ball right back into the hands of Kings Academy. There has been yet another foul on number 2 of Kings Academy. And the first shot that he makes, luckily for Kings Academy, makes it in. As well as the second one, ladies and gentlemen. This hopefully gives a bit of confidence to Kings Academy to try and close the gap between the two scores. There is a turnover there by Kings Academy. However, as number 2 attempts to make a shot, he gets blocked by number 27. Kings Academy seems to have called a timeout there. Clearly the coach is trying to figure out a game plan for the rest of the quarter to try and close the gap between the score, because currently the Warriors are still leading, however not by a lot. And with the right strategy, I believe that Kings Academy can bring up the score. You just saw a little piece of whatever strategy the Warriors have come up with there. You can clearly see that one of the coaches are instructing one of the players on the court. And right after the timeout, Ake is quick to move, squeezing through the defense of the Warriors and getting fouled. The first attempt there by number 8 unfortunately doesn't make it through the hoop. This one really has to go in, and it does, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another basket for the Kings Academy. Left, number 39 of the Warriors is quick to inbound the ball, leading the ball into the hands of number 55, and 55 making a basket for the Warriors. Number 23 of Kings Academy quick to react with yet another basket for Kings Academy. Number 39 there with a basket for the TS Warriors. The Warriors are really fighting to keep their lead. However, the Kings Academy seems to have come up with a proper game plan. Clearly, whatever their coach discussed with them in the timeout has worked, as the score seems to be climbing and rising. However, number 23 cannot take the opportunity to make a basket after being fouled by one of the players of Kings Academy. The second one goes up, and unfortunately it doesn't make it in. Seems that 23 has yet another opportunity to make a basket. Hopefully he can make this count, as he really does have to. Number 20 of the TS Warriors has been fouled yet again. This gives an opportunity for the Warriors to bring up their score, to just make it a bit harder for Kings Academy to catch up, as there is only a few seconds left on the clock. The first attempt by number 20 goes up and goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Giving him a bit of encouragement for the second one. Hopefully he will make it in, just to give the Warriors a bit of a better lead against the Kings Academy. And that is the end of the fourth quarter, as well as the end of the last match of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 41-36 to the Warriors. After a very intense game, the Warriors have pulled a win for their team. The spectators are running onto the court to celebrate with the team, and the team there is shaking one another's hands just to show a bit of sportsmanship.
Testing 1, 2. Comfortable. Am I what? Ellie, you'll give me the go ahead. Alright, great game, coach. I see you and your boys pull it off finally. You have secured the title. And how do you feel about the performance? Although it was a very tight game.
Yeah. It was very much competitive. It wasn't as easy as we expected. These guys, they were playing, they were hungry for this game. But at least at the end of the day, the way we were working out, we had a target, so we met our target and we won the game.
So you're the winners of this season. Do we see you defending the title again next season?
It's obvious, it's obvious, it's obvious.
Thanks for that. I'm here with
Oscar.
Oscar. Great game from you guys. It was very intense. We saw difficult, all 4 quarters. How do you feel about the performance from your guys?
I think we did what we could do best today. Of course, there was a few mistakes, but I'm sure we can correct them. But otherwise, I'm happy with how we played.
So what were the changes or the talks in the quarters with coach that made you secure the win?
When coach then told us to switch to our men's, because at first number 8 kept on penetrating through us, so we had to stop that. So once we got our defense sorted out and stopped number 8, they stopped scoring baskets.
Now, great game from your guys. Waiting to see you all next year.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.